Peter Locke drives in with the pace car, and here they move into turn number 4. We'll keep an eye on the starter stand as they head down the front stretch. Here's the beginning of a lot of racing action for you. They're underway. Bob Hatton leads the way into turn 1 as they go 3 wide. Coming out, though, is Chet Burdick in the number 4 car to take the lead. Jeff Sukop running third, Casagrande in 4th place at the moment.
And Mike Marinelli in 65 from the last row where he started 3 wide. Has gone past the 2 rear row starters and worked his way up the outside, currently up into 6th position.
We have an additional entry to the event too, Scott Bennett aboard car 47, a late entrant in that one. So he's now making his move too, Mike, coming to the inside groove to take over the 5th spot.
Got in the white 47, got a good jump to the inside with 5 and 11, went tangling off toward the turn 1 retaining wall. A little bit of stripe on the outside of number 11 as he goes way high and drifts his way to the back of the pack.
Casagrande leading the way into turn 1, a very proficient young driver, and he certainly looks like he'll be making the move up next year.
Well, that's the whole idea behind the ladder system of the Winston Racing Series here at Stafford. Drivers beginning in this Dare division can move on up to late models, and then Pro Stocks, and then the WRS Modifieds as their talent, circumstances, and pocketbooks permit. A great way to get some good experience in this hard-fought division starting out. A little bit of smoke out of number 4, Chet Burdick, off into turn number 1. Tire smoke as he might have locked a brake there, going hard into the corner in pursuit of our 2 leaders, Dean Casagrande in number 1, and the number 2 car, Ryan Pasacco.
Off the 4th turn and heading to the line, Pasacco closing in on our leaders. So we may have a challenge coming up here, Mike, very shortly. 4 laps complete out of the 20 scheduled for this one. Great way to get started in racing, and if you'd like to learn how you can get started in the sport in a relatively inexpensive way, check with the Speedway office. They have all the rules and regulations for you. Off the turn, a very smooth Casagrande will pass the line to complete lap number 5.
And he's got it all in his rearview mirror, like this battle for 3rd place. Chet Burdick in the number 4 on the inside, and then brightly painted grabber blue number 5 of Jeff Sukop getting a good fight coming out of turn number 2, and he's going to take over 3rd place as they go down the backstretch.
Marinelli starting to make his move up through the pack now as he works to the outside of Jeff Daggett in turn 4. Car 65, yesterday's winner, now on the move.
Marinelli tried a few laps down on the bottom side, did not find it to his liking, so he's up top there 3 wide into the 1st turn, and the meat in the sandwich was number 4, Chet Burdick. He got squirted out of there like a Hummel hot dog and drifts ever rearward. Here comes Marinelli, 65 on the outside.
Okay, and Mike looking very, very good. Meanwhile, back in the pack, Burdick, they really want to put on a show for the folks, and they're doing it right now.
Well, and some of these drivers hoping to attract the attention of some of the late model car owners and try to move up a division next year. And a good run today would certainly help them do that. 2nd through 5th are now tied pretty tightly together, about a car length apart. You'll note each driver taking his own preferred line. Or number 2, Ryan Pasacco, drops to the inside, hand in the air to wave everybody safely past, and that takes him out of what was a 4-car battle for 2nd place. Sukop
holds that spot right now, but Daggett is right there, and Marinelli right to the rear of Daggett as we have completed 10 laps, so we're at the halfway mark. Now completing lap number 11.
I like the line that Marinelli is using in the 65 car, where he takes the car in high and then drops it down low just past the middle of the corner and gets a good run off turn number 2 down the backstretch. You see the pull that he gets on 34 there, who comes up to cover the spot.
I'm sure Mike has been paying attention to some of the more experienced drivers here at Stafford. Across the line, Casagrande still pulling away from Sukop. But there's your tussle at the moment for those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spots.
And Jeff Sukop gets a little bit high there, and he gets a taste of the fender of 34, but look at the momentum it took away from both of those cars, and here comes Marinelli.
At the line, we have just 7 laps to go in this one. And there's your battle. Sukop recovers and holds on. Marinelli, meanwhile, and Daggett will duel into turn number 1. Marinelli with that good line now gets a bit of an edge on Daggett, but here comes Daggett out of turn 2 with a little burst of power to move up alongside of Mike.
Yeah, Marinelli's number 65 doesn't get the jump off the corner when it's stuck down in the low groove like that with the car alongside. So he swings the car a little wide, and you see the 34 gets a little better run off the turn, and he's trying to pinch Marinelli down to the bottom of the racetrack. Leaves him just enough room. And no more.
This for Sukop is his best run in a long, long time, so he'll be very, very proud of himself if he can hold on for this second spot.
Well, if those two cars behind him stay side by side, he should be able to move away into a safe second position.
Remember, a little later on, too, we have championships to be decided in the late model and pro stock divisions. Both point battles going right down to the wire again as they did last year. There you go, Mike. Good battle in turn number 2 again.
Well, Marinelli had third single file, but now the 34 car makes another run from the bottom of the racetrack. They had caught right up to the back bumper of Jeff Sukup in number 5. Good clean competition, though. Not many wrinkled fenders.
Now, 2 to go. Excuse me. We had a little confusion here.
Casagrande is going to win this one going away, and he'll come around for the white flag this time. Second place is at stake. Jeff Sukup has it. Jeff Daggett in 34 wants it and goes to the inside. White flag, 1 lap to go. And Marinelli waiting in the wings. He's going to have a look underneath the number 5 of Sukup. Nice textbook move coming off the corner. Couldn't quite get the power down. Checkered flag will be coming out this time by. And it's Casagrande to win it handily. Here's the fight for second. And Jeff Daggett is going to prevail over Jeff Sukup and Marinelli. Scott Bennett will pick up.
First of all, though, he has to go through starting at 7 a.m. And don't forget our Stafford Speedway Awards Banquet, Friday night, November 12th. That will be held in the Colony Room of the Quality Inn in Vernon, Connecticut, to honor our track champions. Tickets.
First off, congratulations on a great ride. This has been a good season for you. To sum it up, you started out, you threw your leg through the door the first time. You were a little bit nervous. Now you seem really composed. Tell us about this year.
Well, we built a new car over the winter, and right out of the bat, we won the first 2 races. You know, it's all year. I don't think we finished out of the top 5 all year. It's been great.
Now, let me ask you this. What's up for next year? You're going to stay with this division, work on the car? Are you going to go step up to another division? What's up for Dean Casagrande?
We're going to stay 1 more year in this division. In 95, we're definitely going to move up.
Congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our first feature, Dean Casagrande.
Okay, Tony, time for a few photographs. Dean waving in his crew and supporters to pose in that picture also. Very good idea.